And we're live.
Here's the thing, I hate cops, so I try to avoid having confrontations with them because I will talk shit.
You're telling me that.
I think that that would be pretty cool. I think that you should try to have these confrontations with cops and then just like film them with your cell phone. I'd love those videos.
The last time I got pulled over was at the school, and it was by the same cop, but the tickets were 7 years apart. And it was
Did he remember you?
Yeah, I remember. He lives right there.
Did he remember you?
He remembers me. I've known him since I was a kid. It's Eli.
Oh, all right. I thought you meant like 7 years, one ticket.
And so the second ticket, he rolls down the window. He's like, "Do you know I pull you over there?" So I'm like, "How sorry do you have to be still working trooper duty after 7 years? You're still doing the same job you pulled me at 7 years later."
You said this to him?
I said it to him.
That's a poor move.
You opened with that? Did you open with that?
I opened with that before I knew what I did. 41 to 35.
So how did that little scenario end? That was when you got a ticket for speeding in the school zone, right?
Yeah, my last two were the same school zone by the same cop.
Mm-hmm.
And it pissed me off because he did the same fucking trap to me. I got pulled for 41 and a 35.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that seems a little silly.
He gave me an $80 fucking ticket. It was 2 points. I couldn't get the 2 points dropped because it was a school zone. I'm like, fuck you.
Now, I could be wrong.
Upset.
Was that towards the end of the month?
That was toward the end of the fucking school zone. You know, it was a school zone time from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. He pulled me at like 2:54 or something bullshit like that.
Wings is like, it was gym class. Those kids are agile. They've got out of the way.
The fucking buses were gone. All the people would pick the car riders up. It was like,
give me
I
that
didn't realize it was
school
still
zone
school zone
Shit. I love that.
That's what I opened with, dude. I talk shit to cops. I can't stand them.
I
That's
think
such
that
a terrible plan.
No, stop, Woody. Let him go with this. I like this.
Yeah, this is going to cultivate future stories if he continues to berate law enforcement.
I would love to see like a series of videos that you did. Just here's what you could do, Wings. Imagine this as a little video series because I love these anyway. What if you went out and did things that would get you pulled over but technically aren't illegal, like warning people by flashing your lights of speed traps and stuff like that, and maybe go to like those roads where everybody goes 20 over and actually doing the speed limit, congesting traffic, but get pulled over and have one of those confrontations with the cops where you're really just a complete asshole with them. That'd be great.
Am
I'd
I
love
being
to do those.
detained?
Am I being detained?
Am I being detained?
Am I free to go? I'd love
Just
that.
don't be one of those assholes who gets pulled over and they're like, well, under Article 3, Section 1 of the Constitution, and they're just rattling off things that have nothing to do with the situation.
The car with my last thing, the last time I had a thing with a cop was at a Scotchman. He's like, "Can I talk to you for a minute, sir?" I go, "No," and walk out. Fucking ignore his ass.
What's a Scotchman?
Scotchman is a chain of convenience stores down here in the South. They're kind of dying out.
Gotcha.
Hey, where's everybody from? Like, Kyle, I know you're from Georgia.
Yeah.
North Carolina for me.
St. Louis for me.
Oh
damn.
shit! So y'all must have been hitting that Ferguson up hard.
Oh, yeah.
I heard they give your cops rocket launchers like standard issue now instead of the shotgun.
They are. Yeah.
I didn't
I'm
feel
sure
like
that
Taylor
situation's
added
calmed down.
enough to the whole Ferguson discussion. Like you're like, yeah, that area's quite bad. Well, yeah, I know, but like, what's it like? Have you been there? How far are you from there?
I have. I mean, I've driven through it before. I've never hung out because it's one of those areas that when you drive through, you're not like, hey, there's a diner. You know, let's stop in. Like, no, you're trying to get the fuck out of Ferguson. It's a terrible area. North County's rough. East is even worse. But apparently what didn't get too awful in East St. Louis, aside from what's always happening there, which is just murder. Someone got beat to death by people with hammers. Like ball peen hammers apparently a week ago.
No, I think Kyle discussed that more people die by hammers than assault rifles.
More people do die by hammers? That's hilarious if that's
more
true.
people die a year by hammers than assault rifles.
Hammer time!
Outlaw hammers. Make
the
them
hammer
safe.
is just a tool. It's really the person that's killing them.
Y'all guys talked about Eric Gardner, right?
Woody, you're not thinking if they
Woody
made
got
smaller
his-
hammers,
glossed
would
over
he be able to?
if they made hammers with fewer shots between reloads.
Yeah, you can just only make the little rock chisel hammers from Shawshank Redemption legal. Little lower hammer-related deaths and injuries.
Hammers fucking suck, Mike!
Go fuck yourself.
Y'all did talk about Eric Garner in extent.
A bit, you know.
I did.
Like, here's the thing.
Little bit.
Eric Gardner was doing the whole like, you can't touch me, don't touch me, get your hands off of me, which like in a peer-to-peer situation should really get the guy to stop touching you, right? Like if Murka's roughing me up and I'm like, hey, back off, man, get your hands off me, then he should, because he's just a regular
I took that
person.
completely differently.
But if it's
cop, you're recognizing Thor. I took it differently. I look at it as like this is like the third time this week they fuck with him, and he's tired of it and he's frustrated. That's why I look
succeeding. Like just the day before he was like selling Lucy cigarettes or something like that. The guy had 30 arrests. He had 30 arrests, including felony. There were felonies like assault, of resisting arrest, which who knows what the fuck that is. False personification, something close to that. I might be saying it wrong, which means that when the cop arrested him, he gave him the wrong name. He's like, yeah, my name's Lewis. Lewis Stronghold.
He's obviously dark black. Has a lot of running with the law. But I don't want to talk about the Eric Gardner case as much as the prosecutors. Because this is like the second and possibly third no indictment that's about to come out. You got Tamir Rice coming, and that's going to be no indictment as well.
That's the thing, man. So what happens is over time, the police and the prosecutors get like a chummy relationship because most of the time they're on the same team, right? You know, we're both trying to lock up this drug dealer, this rapist, this murderer, etc. Me and the prosecutors work together as a pair. It seems like we need special prosecutors to attack police, like an internal investigations department of prosecutors.
There are special prosecutors, but they just don't bring them in for these things, it seems.
I'm saying, like, one get a prosecutor from like 2 states over.
I don't think there are special prosecutors that specialize in police. They may be higher ranking ones, but they need like non-corrupt prosecutors who focus on police, because in all these cases it's like, oh yes, my good buddy John over there, right? We've put away many a criminal, he and I together as a pair, where he was my expert witness and we're friends, and now John's on the stand. Funny enough, John never even gets acquitted. Or no, he always gets acquitted. He never even has to get a trial. And we just need prosecutors who are cleaner.
Prosecutor over 2 states and bring him in like the motherfucking Pope mobile. Bulletproof, you can't see him, nobody can talk to him, he has no contact with the public. He goes into court, does his job. After the job's concluded, he goes back to fuck home.
I don't think they're ever going to do that.
Well, they have to. That's the way you fix that problem.
I think the Pope mobile's just...
Well, you don't have to be the Pope mobile. It could be like a
Mobile
Lincoln
just
Town
draws
Car,
more
but,
attention.
The Pope mobile is essential in this plan. They have to get here.
If there's not a Pope mobile, then I'm not on board.
Wings is sitting over there like, no, you don't understand how integral this part is. We need the Pope mobile. A Lincoln Town Car isn't going to do it.